Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to TCG Madness. And in today's video, it is time for episode 2 of the TCG stock market. And today, we're going to be taking a look at Yu-Gi-Oh! And asking ourselves, is now a good time to buy, to sell, or to hold? Of course, if you guys didn't take a look at my last video, we did Disney Lorcana. I said now's an excellent time to be buying in Disney Lorcana. Kind of went through previous sets, current sets, and if there were any future sets. There were no future sets for Disney Lorcana. And then today we're going to be taking a look at Yu-Gi-Oh! And looking at past, present, and future sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of going through the market, seeing how things are looking, and asking ourselves a very important question, and kind of answering that question towards the end of the video, whether or not now's a good time to buy, sell, or hold, given the current state of the market for Yu-Gi-Oh! So, we are actually here at TCG Player, which is where I like to always look at for the current market of pricing. I think TCG Player gives you the best tools that you can use and kind of give yourself a good formative opinion on where the current trend, where the current market is kind of going. Also, too, when I'm kind of doing these videos too, guys, there was one very important comment in the last video. It said, don't invest, just buy to enjoy. I want to come right out and just say that too. That is a very important statement, and I do agree with that sentiment 100%. However, though, whether we like it or not, it's not just cardboard anymore. Prices are attached to it, as you guys can see now. Everything has a dollar sign to it. Speaking of which, too, we don't want to become MetaZoo, and there's MetaZoo, so it's kind of fitting right now that I'm bringing that comment up. Very good conversation I had with that person as well. This is just an opinion piece. This is just me trying to give you guys some of my advice on whether or not now's a good time to buy, sell, or hold, because in my opinion, every dollar does matter. Yes, it's important. Buy whatever you want. Spend the money, however you want to. I'm not trying to tell you how you should or shouldn't spend your money. I am just trying to let you know where the current trend and market is. So if you're someone who's like watching this video, just wants a little more advice maybe, or maybe want to hear a different opinion or different thoughts, or if you just want to come here and just enjoy this type of content, because I do enjoy looking at the current trends of the market, because in my world, every dollar does matter. If you're someone who doesn't care, just goes and buys whenever they have the chance to do it, hey, more power to you, man. Great, good for you. I love seeing that. If you're like, hey, I don't care what the prices are, where we're at in this current market, doesn't bother me one bit. I just want to spend and buy what I want when I want. I am all for that as well. I just do think, like I said, we're way past that point of it's just cardboard anymore. I would love nothing more than to go back to the old days, honestly, of when all of this pricing and gouging and scalping and flipping were not a part of trading cards. Unfortunately, now that's just where we're at. So today, taking a good look at Yu-Gi-Oh, seeing where Yu-Gi-Oh's current trend is. We're going to take a look as far as Age of Overlord, as you guys can see right there, because in between Age of Overlord, which is a very, very, very good set, and versus the newest that's about to come out right now, which is Phantom Nightmare. I believe that comes out in January. We'll look at everything in between there, take a look at the prices, take a look at the current market, and that'll pretty much give us a good idea of where we're at with Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether or not now's a good time to buy, sell, or hold. Age of Overlord. I think Age of Overlord, by the way, guys, is going to go down as arguably the best set of the year for Yu-Gi-Oh! You're talking about excellent pull rates. You're talking about high-value cards, as you guys can see already on the screen. Again, two things right there that's both good for players and collectors. Collectors, right? High-value cards, good pull rates. Players, good cards, good meta cards, good for deck builders. Some very powerful cards were in this set as well, just from both points, right? From collectors and players. So everything in between was perfect. This set was just perfect. It's a great set. So current booster box prices. Let's take a look at sealed first. You're seeing Age of Overlord has increased, right? From when I purchased it, when I did all my case breaks, I purchased it right around this point, right here, November 6th to the 8th at $67. I think what I paid for $65 per box. I bought it in a full case, so I got a little bit of a break there. And you're seeing since November, I mean, really go all the way back from September, man. This set has just, look at the pricing on this set. So we saw it first launched at $71, and you're just seeing slowly dropping a little bit, but hovering around. So set in between, what are we at? $70 to $75. Anything between $60 to $75 is kind of where we're at the moment. And then you can see right after October, right here, we got this nice little dip at 68, but still not going below 65. 72, okay. Then it dipped all the way down here to 67. Notice it has not gone below $65. That shows you how good this set is. Yu-Gi-Oh! In general will usually hover between $55 to $65 per box. Whether it has Quarter of the Centuries, whether it's a collector rare set, Does not matter. It's usually where Yu-Gi-Oh likes to hover around. To see Yu-Gi-Oh boxes in this price shows you and tells you how good this set is for both players and collectors. And then since, what do we have? Since November 6th, just absolutely increasing since then. I think that's because that exact reason why I just alluded to earlier. Good for both players and collectors. The cards themselves have not really dipped since. So you can see right here, if you're fortunate enough to pull any of these high value quarter of the century rares, and there are a bunch of them, by the way. So let's just take a look at that while we're here. Let's just take a look at the quarter of the century rares. Yeah, 500, 175, 174, 141. I mean, keep in mind too, the quarter of the century rares that I pulled 4 of them. We had Arius Labyrinth, Snake Eyes, and Visas, and the Infernal Flame Banshee. So those were some really good pulls right there. And you can just see the quarter of the century rare. The cheapest is Tistine. There's a lot of quarter of the century rares. There's 25 in this set, I think. Yeah, 25 in this set. It's better to count which ones are below $20. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards below 20. Above 20, you can see the list right there. 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 cards above that $20 range. Pretty good for the quarter of the century rares. But of course, if you buy a case, you're only going to get 4 out of the 12 boxes are going to be quarter of the century rares. So you really be banking on the secret rares. Let's go take a look at secret rare prices. Excuse me. We have a bunch of excellent secret rares. This is where this set shined a lot. This right here, in my opinion, is the making of a good set. Yes, the high value cards, they definitely matter. But the secret rares, the ultra rares, if there are good value in the secret rares to ultra rares, then the set's really just going to explode on you, because that's your bread and butter. Those are your guaranteed hits. You're not guaranteed if you buy a couple of booster boxes to hit on a quarter century, but you are guaranteed to get 2 secret rares and 4 ultra rares. So to see these prices right here, this is excellent. So Little Knight, which is the hardest secret rare to pull, in my entire case break of Age of Overlord, I pulled only 4 Little Knights. I did pull 6 Wanted and 2 the Amnesty Glory of Horus. I think I also pulled 2 Diabella of the Black Stars, and I pulled a bunch of Arius Labyrinth and Visas. There was a lot of those. TG Limiter Removal, there was only a couple. Blessing of Horus, a couple. Visas, a couple. And TG Rocket Salamander, a couple. So again, as I said, the pull rates for Age of Overlord are very, very, very good. To see Little Knight at $90, when I pulled him, he was a little over 100, and you can see 124. But if you look probably down here, yeah, 94, 95 is where he really is at. Keep in mind, this is direct TCG player. This is their like subscription service, so you always pay way more in TCG player directly. Really, what that's for is like you get the cards. Like if you're a player, if you're a tournament player and you need cards like ASAP, you buy it direct from TCG Play, you'll probably get it within 24 to 48 hours. That's how good their service is. But you can see Little Knight only had that dip right around here, around October, and since then has just exploded. Now again, I'm not a big player of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're a player of Yu-Gi-Oh! You probably know why this card. I'm guessing it's very, very powerful. Same thing with the Wanted that's been hovering. Actually, when I first bought the set, which was right around here, yeah, it was like $63. So you can see since then, really just going off at $134. I mean, that's crazy. That's crap prices. Wow, that's very expensive. Is this where we're at? 98, 99. Wow. So even the Wanted now is pulling almost triple digits. Amnesty Glory of Horus. Let's see where we're at for this card. $76. I mean, Age of Overlord, guys, it's a heck of a good set. It is such a good set. I mean, literally just, I'm right there. Just shut up, take my money. Great set from Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go take a look at the ultra rares real fast before we hop off of here and go take a look at some others. So ultra rares have seen a pretty massive dip, actually. When I first purchased the set, King of Sarcophagus was right around that $5. Original Simple Spoils was pretty much around that as well. Oh, Blessings of Horus, that really didn't go up that much. Infernal Flame Banshee, and then this one's still hovering around the $20 range. Just insane. But still, if you're fortunate enough to pull a couple of these ultra rares in your booster boxes, you're gonna be doing pretty good. So that's Age of Overlord. Just, I think, again, gonna go down as one of the best sets of the year. Second up on the list, this is really more for collectors. We have ourselves the 25th anniversary rarity collection. We're just gonna take a quick look at these. Because of course this is nothing but quarter of the centuries, but you can see pretty good price on the quarter of the centuries. I believe per box. Oh, man, don't correct me. Somebody did. I haven't opened up this set yet, and I've been dying to, but I've been waiting to see if the prices will come down below 80. I'm dying to see if it'll hit that like that $70 range. I would definitely be all over it. But someone did say like every pack or every box has a quarter of the century rare, like guaranteed hit. You can see too, it's got Prismatic Ultra, Platinum Secrets. A lot of good cards in this set. A lot of staples, a lot of reprints, which is excellent. Particularly Ash Blossom, always a good reprint there. Triple Tactics, a good reprint. Effect Veiler, excellent reprint actually. Baron de Flor, excellent reprint there. The Primal Being, excellent. Pot of Prosperity. I mean, there's some really good. Fallen of Albaz, good reprint there. So there's some really good reprints. Take a look at the secret rares. Again, just all reprints. So it's the same thing, just different rarity of all these cards. So this set, I think, is very good. Number one for collectors. But again, Yu-Gi-Oh! What they really do well, and they do reprints very, very well. So again, if you're a player and a collector and you wanted to hop onto that band, maybe you wanted to bling out your deck, this is a great set for you as well. I would like to see this set, honestly, I would like to see the booster box prices go below $80. Like around that $70 to $79 range, I think would be a lot better. So $10 cheaper, $15 cheaper, I think I would be all over this set and giving it a strong endorsement. Not definitely as good as Age of Overlord, but what are you going to do? They can't all be gems. The pot collection, nothing really to see here, just a bunch of, Pot of Greed, Pot of Prosperity, Desires, Pot of Benevolence, all this stuff, Moray of Greed, just all the pots in the world. Again, good set for collectors. Players, not so much. We did get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck that did come out in the midst of all this as well. $12 for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck, which is really good. You get 3 of these, you can probably have a good deck. The cool thing about this deck, from what I've been told, again, I'm not a player, I'm a collector of Yu-Gi-Oh! But from what I've been told, this is an excellent starter deck if you want to hop into it. So that's really good to hear those things too, that, that these starter decks are starting to get better and better. You can see some of the cards, Solomon Judgment, Fire King Avatar. Again, I'm not a player, so I can't speak to this. But I've been told that this is a pretty good starter deck, and it's definitely one of the better starter decks that they released this year. And then last but not least, we have Phantom Nightmare. So that's a new set that's coming out. It's already hovering around $71, as you can see. Let's see if we can get an actual release date. So February 9th, I was wrong. It wasn't January. It's going to be February 9th. The fact that it's already been announced and it's already showing up, that's pretty cool. And then you can see all of the hero. If you want to even go before Age of Overlord, you can see all of these starter decks. Excuse me, not starter decks. All of these Prismatic Secrets, the 25th anniversary Tin Dueling Heroes. This is also another great set, great for collectors. Not really so much for players. So if you're a collector, let me tell you, this was your year for Yu-Gi-Oh! That's for sure. For the 25th anniversary set with the quarter of the century secret rares, it's just been a great year for Yu-Gi-Oh! All around. But just particularly speaking now to just this right now, is now a good time to buy, sell, or hold on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to give a strong endorsement for buying. Just Age of Overlord alone, guys, is a good time to buy right now for Yu-Gi-Oh! I really do think Age of Overlord is just that good of a set. It has strong cards, strong meta cards, which is what all players love to see. Also, too, if you're a collector, these are going to be cards that you're going to want to collect. Little Knight, Wanted Seeker, Diabella the Black Star, all excellent quarter of the century rares that, you can, if you were to pull those and you were to slab them, those are going to hold their value for a very, very long time. It may actually go up in value, which is why I think the booster box prices of this set has gone up. I don't see it coming down until another set comes out and just destroys the meta that is Age of Overlord. I think that's what the power of Age of Overlord has done. It has changed the meta for the players. That's why you're seeing prices like this, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere until, a new set comes out and actually trounces the set. Probably, like if they made cards that were to hurt Little Knight, or if they banned it, if they did something like that, then you probably see the booster boxes just completely collapse if they started doing stuff like that, which Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been known to do for. That is going to do it for this video. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys can just do me the big favor, hit that like button, comment down below if you think I'm right, wrong, if you want to just engage in a nice conversation with me down there, because I love hearing from all of you guys. I really appreciate all of the conversations we had in the last video pertaining to Disney Lorcana. So far, Disney Lorcana and Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm giving a strong endorsement for buying both of those sets. I think Disney Lorcana is not a good time to buy because it is at its low peak, and I think for Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's an excellent time to buy. Not because, and that's with booster boxes prices going up, by the way. I'm still saying now's a good time to buy. Because that's how good this set really is. The pull rates were fantastic. They really were. The card value, the card prices, it's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, they just keep going up. I mean, if the booster boxes were to hit triple digits, then I would probably say time to pump the brakes and see what the next set has. But Valiant Smasher is another set that, I mean, we didn't even talk about that set. Valiant Smasher, another good set. There you go. Booster boxes right there. $50 for a booster box. I completely skipped Valiant Smasher. So let's go ahead and talk about that for a quick minute here. Valiant Smasher, another good set right now. With quarter of the century rares, collector rares. You can see the prices too, by the way. Buying a case of Valiant Smashers won't be that expensive. $50 for a booster box? 56, something around there. And it's just continuing to dip. So you have two sets, one that's dipping and one that's rising. Both excellent sets, by the way. Both high value cards. Both good pull rates. Both have automatic cards that you're going to be happy when you hit on. Like the ultra rares in this set. You have 1, 2, 3 of them in the above the $20 range, and you have just a couple in that $7 to $6 range. So at $50 a box, that's not bad. The cheapest is $216. Pretty good. It's pretty good. All good stuff from Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, that's why I think now's a good time to buy. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. In episode 3, we'll be talking about One Piece. I got a lot of things to say about One Piece. Some good, some bad, some in between. You're going to want to watch the next one. And if you want to make sure you never miss a video, hit that notification bell so you always get notifications. See you guys next time.